and then komobi koso on social media yebeti edote ede efri because most of the times on Tuesdays yana yesua de nso ewo dwumadie nso Russia na oba Ghana asaba ode abano de be wusa Ghana for bedu enkomo bia ena Ghana for ma no ye pemu ana chesebu ntie ena Russia di ebaya ena hwe ade a oye eye criminal na dodo na edu ba bia obo eye saade no say will record without the consent of your partner as to who the partner is, or record without the consent of nipa or record no e won phone so na unko publish ye krana obi hu phone so a obetumi de wa famra kwan so odim sa ene lawyer bebaha because me hu Sam George, Minister of Communications, weja eye LGBT hunsem ena we say that this so abre hu kit na ye na dia break kit ewo. But briefly, what does the law really say about unauthorized recording and publishing of sa niema no ene ye be rem kakra na ye din komo na anopa na ye ka ba konso a generate so much euphoria. Is that the right word? A breach of promise to marry. A businessman bia when you're 60 years. A class circuit court. A class circuit court for above the car 200,000 cedis. Man, when you're 60 years, you see. Na empo odena no akwa to obaa bi so se meware odena no to obaa so 2013 wanware no 2013 2014 wanware no 15 say didimu 2024 afọ se be kra me ware obio atemani so atewani so say o say atemani so me ana me kan so mebua eno a breach of promise bia nya asebia eba beto odwa enka wo kra wodim se Ghana mra breach of promise bi ehye emranum generate a whole lot of talk. And then briefly beba lawyer, in fact beba lawyer actually sa emranum ediabaye and then breach of promise to marry. I don't know as it say a comma a man kwa na say a man so a follow under this law. Court na de no yes initially a kobai say ye to no every ni dan mo ba no o si o to no every ni dan mo e wo East Legon e no de call court say be man no I think say be man no e to no after de ko wie court a e ko do court tie nsem do din no mo say da bi be man kra no wabu oba no kwasea e no so kra etiamra after de ya bo be man no ka 200,000 cedis titimi sika 2 billion and some of more can you answer we waste your battle time. You saw me and fear by your ducia. Why and ever worry obey into a wasting the time about just almost I just says Cicado at the Amano car. I think said the car back who crowd you more battle. You yan in here and I say I take so battle one can't learn the second or the man or Benjamin Crowdiba into car those who could do or battle and some na and no. Eye Ghana emra this bia na wonim say what the promise ring ashoba na man she promise ring wana oba no wayi odo so onche wedding ring ya de ado atoro so atena homa eno no etia Ghana mbra na lawyer ewa ha ya bema oni ya disa enkomo no enti mafidie no enna ha say ya very soon a lawyer Evans Oseibunsu will be right here in the studio na yedi san komono amongst others mefidie no enna hasia but ye ko yede me kai will say ye hepasco herbal capsules a natural herbal cleansing formula na be bia be kwakoto eye hepasco herbal capsules bia Musu bet be atobi. Hepasco herbal capsules. Bebia ube shie bibiano to adro ni bi. Na wodo bedro ya efi bi a wo widie mu bia na eboa ema eyisa e feeling na e free widie mu. Very 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 good. Good pa because eboa ba eye wo liver and then niema e wo widie mu nyina no eye adwuma kama we a natural cleansing formula. Enti so woko pharmacy bia mu akasa ope Hepasco herbal capsules na eno no empo no say ye fi no nyina no udidi atum say digest kama na fe chese wadi bibia ye adwuma ebo adwuma kama oba a wafa yefno de ebso ben konkodum eye Hepasco herbal capsules yebi enye ma nkola nso etimisro akola awaya unyanya mfie beye dubiensa no men kwadro iho anase men masa akola no ebi enom nti herbal shop bia won sabeka edro ebi pharmacy bia so won sabeka edro ebi wa wo pe eye edro dodo na anase wo penchire mu bia no betu ya friend doctor ewo ahomatrofo so number no 0557 453579 0557 453579 and I will be a friend 050 145 9255 050 145 9255. It's Mr. Okoda Kope Edroi B extra kwai. Ruta natural capsules. Ruta natural capsules. Mr. Ruta natural capsules. Your Ruta mixture Ruta mixture, Ruta life, and your Ruta tonic and so ewo na Ruta mixture no malaria edro kama no ebia malaria eboa ma ekutia sa muwa omode malaria ebano sanso na Ruta life also no for detoxification afi Ruta tonic typhoid fever edro etimesro also no uko pharmacy bia ko herbal shop bia ma also pe Ruta natural products ni bia wonsa ebeka edro no Upomo telephone number to be a free 0244 485 632 0244 485 632. It's a Ruta natural products, Ruta mixture, Ruta life, Ruta tonic, Ruta mixture for malaria, Ruta life, you would you with fibia and a Ruta tonic also ewo teacher no so sa mame. Lawyer Atnase, na lawyer to say ya na djuma doso ai ewia na yenso yaba bepe lawyer ni die no kakra because seven efa law you know edoso enti lawyer ewo efiase na na ewia ebia later on the program e ko phone lines no so the next meeting ma mo timetable no so de achiro but ansana yebeko other matters so no yebe legal matters no every hodmansa ebreno eka na fe ya de ko other matters no so enti lawyer be ba kwa ba
okay pacha me my
cancel cancer be dia cha ododo hey na cancer say wadwuma so don so nti wom
no be serious a traditional house of chiefs a case be engineer meeting kan
okay cancer no then be a cancer or court cancer no be ba kwa ba nso bi
oh major so okay
ya biase lawyer ene akasa no SMP ewo ho na bilim se be ya bra kodi gina ba e bi adama test no de be di ho enkomo some on the phone lines near but anani me pesa ye free hodo man sano legal matters are ABIB NTAC no first of all na say ebi ebeba so a breach of promise wo ho and Russia di so ensense man and say ebaye ebi obi record for fun or the obi that no record for fun na wo hwe Russia ni kra da jaba recorder no wo hwe ebo the spectacles in chew eti you be record for fun no they are to the phone so na fe kire odo kra they are to the website mehu say Minister of Communications aboso and say you extradite Russian Yiba. Yes, you are Bukrum Supra, that's a Samra and Yajuma, something like that. But you have no chance here, the breach of promise, the no chance here.
Yo, a movie, CFA Russian, yo. CFA breach of promise. So
okay, what the CFA Russian, you hold on suspense.
Yes.
Now, never a year breach of promise. No, what the one who are Kwaku to a baby, so meanwhile, after so many years, it will be true. It been a two businessman. Russia need the fair no and chassis. I think so. Trendy around. And the unauthorized recording and distribution of private content, something like that.
Yes. Keke memfa kwanya iso na mencha watie for no ahwefo nyina. Ansa makase omaimu ya womra. Say emra ne nche wa o say emra ni omaimu. Na waka de be ya odebia na ukọ but ya womra ebo omai ho ban. So here Cyber Security Act na. Act no mo ya na 2020 into Act 1038. Ubonse read section I think 67 of the Cyber Security Act na ubonse achira wo say oni obida na o publish ni nude pictures no at the Bible ntna wa violate sa law no. And publishing sexual content involving a woman without her consent is a serious violation of the person's fundamental rights. It's
way what
Cyber Security Act.
Cyber Security.
That is Act 1038.
Okay.
Act 1038. Ubenyawum. Section 67 of that act. It prohibits it. Unsenti consent na nipa na debe ma wono. Obetimi ama consent say record no. Ebia for fun say one and another and I say one na hyemte ebia na person de je wani nti record no. But say o ma wo kwan say publish ba out and no so ya another offense.
Oh, okay.
Enti enye say o record no.
It's consensual e yi de ono betumi aka so ye nyina de agya to say record
ya ho. Enti eno no ogitum a because yen kan hu say o record obi without the person's notice and also your offense. A court na can be or isa ADB case Ajopokuya versus ADB. Court na can be
it's even a sideways say be a bedmatics and that's a bedroom, you know. Record be just like that.
Record be just like that. I be on no phone so now one kasawasha say now record without the person's consent. Unless a state na ma kwan we be a friend agent provocateur. Ebi a we agent provocateur. Me fan say state na ama okwan and now we custom officer, we police officer, and now we bibisa na bia for purposes of a heinous crimes and now crimes be a person or commit and not the agent provocateur no bet me a record and we state na manner. I don't know no use so as informant near the other and the bet me a record.
Now your phone so a recorder was automatically obi phone
it's against the person's fundamental right because there was also Article 18 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana no nipa no wo ne privacy upa bi Article 18 of 1992 Constitution nipa no privacy no untimi interfere with ne privacy including the usage of ne phones untimi enkonko ne privacy no untimi interfere and so interfere obi a privacy a eno no a sense against the very constitution a yenyina yesom no. And we all are servants of the rules and we need to worship the rules. So Article 18 no we interfere with a person's privacy against and the 1992 Constitution and so free wa ya we act a Cyber Security Act no Act 1038 Section 67 and also against it say ubetimi ayesa because oyesa ni nyina na a serious violation of the person's fundamental human right. And also against international standards of dignity and privacy. And to read Article 17 of International Covenant and also on civil and political right and also Article 17 say untimi record obi esa amfani nude pictures and bibisa emfanto abontene. Na ye no so free ho no mo a sa o hye bibi te say cyber security na no na etimi abekire offense na wo commit a punishment de be ma ono atimi abekire punishment na ma anu ayeden ente sanka ye criminal code criminal act no act 29 no we read this section 278 wo bon say anka ye bone nketen ko beka say ye misdemeanor and the police for yam fan so much akwa no mo ko charge no under your criminal act na sa criminal act ne de ye misdemeanor ye bone nketen na no maximum sentence I betimi de wakoye 3 years say ye misdemeanor minimum cyber security law ne de into the any can share article 18 of the 1992 constitution of the republic, article 18
okay, article 18 of the 1992 constitution 18:1.
yes,
also every person has the right to own property,
has the
either alone or in association with others.
Yes
2, no person shall be subjected to interference with the privacy of his home, property, correspondence or communication except in accordance with law, and as may be necessary in a free and democratic society, for public safety or the economic well-being of the country, for the protection of health or morals, for the prevention of disorder or crime, or for the protection of the rights or freedom of others.
You see, into once I walk 18 no can be beat say correspondence, communication. And obi any communication no phone so won't me interfere by recording the person. Article 18 no sana all can't you won't me record no. Enti owo ni fie so ne privacy na de oye wone dem won't me record no. Ana so wo the phone so ne phone ne your property ni bia. Na japade ba ko ne phone. Enti ne phone no ne no ankasa na pagya de a ode ape. Enti wuntimi interfere with the privacy e won phone so correspondence and as communication in article 18 e kan ho asem. Enti e ho unless necessary for the democratic society and free society. Also can be bisa and just a state na who say bia and for the purposes of a crime. Osaka chose say bia na nipa ne person didi bone enu mom na betima sha ase say bia sa bone.
Say bia wo record say with the expose crime dia. Accepted.
Eno dia dru ba bia court no betima agi atum say na nipa ne person o threaten me so obi kumi nti o kan so obi kumi na no me sha ase recording no. So what you say eno dia ekoba sa eno na bia betimi ama akwa na say wo se purposely wo recording no na wa hyeda de abegu ne ho fi ana ne ho anim ase de e ho no oman ne mra no kra article 18 ma okwan enu achi ni asa benya ye act cyber security act no section 67 o kan so a o se sa o record obi sa na eno so the law prohibited na obi abe sa de ne bia ye chewa 5 years to 25 years every 5 years copy 25 years judge ne pa mu bia obetimi de amount na yenka hu se ansa na obema 25 years na chese why boni ni bida na numpos why boni ni bida now you know na na lawyer for beka say when you the brush of the law that means that we known you be a court ni nim no why boni ni bi pa ma court abu anofo eno no if in charge no ho kwan say 25 years no crotimi the 25 ka ho ma na 50 judge no betima ma osa yes so why boni ni bia ma judge na hu say we known when you the brush of the law ama utumu sada bia wo boni kuru ya na ogusu dia judge no 25 years no kuro betime dia another 25 years koraka
na say ke ojeli dia it must be in the remit of the
it's
law,
supposed to be in the remit of the law, but if you are known or you known that the judge can go beyond the act I'll betime aya wasade no enti so hwe mu but wo charge nipa no under your criminal code na act 29 dia ebeye misdemeanor eno beye bone nketekete cyber security law no eno no punishment na no odin eho no ye na de wo so hu ni say ebre bia so wo charge nipa no a ka hu se broni na oba beye sa no oye say okay you are very beautiful lady, yes, very nice, yes, will you follow me or come follow me o ka sa asem na se obia ne da ode che no enti me fa ne se so che ya amankwa enne dua ya na ode ne kwa enne ne kokoda na publish ba ya eno ne ya count 1 enti count 1 particulars of offense on the 25th January 20 or February 2020 you sa Russian broni we wona ya amankwa so and so koda wadam na wie ya publish ba no ya count 1 Tuesday osani ni pa for so kwa no ya count 2 on the 27th day of this date you sa Russian guy we wona ayi emu Mary so and so mo kwa na wo post ni all the nude picture and so the bar out and no ya count 2 nti obeba particulars of offense no must state ya wada and so ni we kokoda na ukuada and so ya count 3 and it depends upon this now normal because ni nyina didn't happen simultaneously but it happens in series until day 1 I count 1 at the crowd the day I commit offense the particulars of offense ana count 2 no so be that for hours and nipa for because incident ni nyina happen one day but it happen different days nte kobasa na ebetima ba say count 1 udi for judge ni betima ma be 15 and 20 count 2 ebi obetima ma another 15 count 3 ebi obetima ma 20 count 4 what side the pictures na kwa bontene na san de jijisika e dey sort money from amount for and so another offense enti obeye ne sa no wi na unya judge ni trimo amra na say enranico currently enti enranico currently they are not just the highest one no and our best serve which is be at 20 no name so ka say enranico consecutive that means that sa yes no dey ma o serve we abasa kwa serve we o serve we abasa kwa serve we let us say
so mama ho kan say
so ma consecutive na you say bia it depends upon the circumstances of the case the nature of the case judge na hwe watiri mu bone adwem bone a wo de yes ane ma no kwan bone a wo fa so what aye ne ne ma sa obetima ye consecutive amount it depends upon judge no a obetimi ayesa ade no
ba lawyer ebra wo che enseburu mu no wo che bu se bia mo bie do na buje tu bu se mo be record mo ho
yeah
mo record mo ho dia e dey fine e wo MP abonte ba mo amaje atum se mo be record mo ho could be se mo bie no nyina so buje tum se dia be ba abonte ya aba abonte na no so offense
no you see keke the man won say we image based sexual abuse so hu enti yamfa ne say ebi ayaje atum se mama consent say record me no purposely for fun say bia won kwa wo dem na ohwe de je wani eno de mama consent no because medical cho say act na a sin against in your children's act kra eso sin children's act no okay children's act na so be a less than 18 or a child
yeah
ato be criminal code na you cast a child that will be or less than 12 years it depends upon act kra they charge you and the children's act no and also kra prohibit ssa so wo fa akola bia o less than 18 timi fa say the victims a wonya o mu ni nyina no e ma no no omokoda ni nyina no say ba ko ye less than 18 years no 17 years eno so o ye betima charge no children's act ni eno so another offense but the me person me can say me de me consent amount ba consent ni restricted mama consent just to record me for fun never hwe mama consent say put me image out there e ma man for and me nti eno kra no ye image based sexual abuse what you say and so why abuse on sexually image based sexual abuse and what put to and so mama for ehun ni nude and said ne honam city and and so violate any so fundamental human right what you say what put to into public what radical ama man for church no and more to the point it me fact to be more be confederate
yes
ediwu
yes
and two ebi so a wosan ne die no kra no I record the wasa the yare bi kra sa sign and so another offense yemfa ne say ono mo be die bi ombeko because ne ya ono da akọ check ya nya dia say o was be HIV kra na nya dia HIV ni be show yes I did be 6 months and I said be 1 year before and some doctor said to me because virus no be no da ne ya intimi show just be 6 months time and this is 6 months time say man ni na akọ check it no mu hunu say e bia sabio o manya HIV a and also another offense akwana ye because e betima basa akwana nim pass o yare bone and I said that the betty see her no dey yes ade no so and also another offense and the consent ni the nipa ne the betima ma ba consent ni restricted e won limit baby a me dem ma won say wan kasa record me na hwe ana me no mienu nkwa na behwe say de ye ni beje na emom abro sa ade no so na say wo de akoputu out there now sound the GC there then it means that we're breaching no agreement na e ho so okoye no
was Ghana no as ebia Russia need the aside no ye won kofo a omo enya saade ni bi omo to be the blackmail
that is so
na omo ehunu na say oh me wo news e wa hawa hwa me publish me ho ko ne ba and secondly ade no eba say ya ebia wo ato no ni ekokudro say wo be court say wo kosi no aban take the app no sa na say echo
yes
we na say
yes Matthias you see government bit ma taking because since against the laws of Ghana
When there's no complainant, there will be by
yes,
complaint.
there may be no identifiable complainant, but once a prosecution betimi aton nsa afrɛ no, na wabeji atimi your confession statement. For instance, me fa ne say broni ye nya ne nche no. That does not mean say ye ntimi nkɔ court. Ebi a ye nya no nche no, ye ne Interpol kra link bi a ye nya no. But Ghana can go to court because it's very injurious to the state. Because they also say criminal offenses be an effective state. No, that is why the state comes in to maintain sanity. So, Republic versus Russia man. No. So the state Nkansah so motivate Mako court. The Assembly court akwaji even judgment in absentia. Etia Brunino. But the point is, although so when you identifiable complainant it may wow and identifiable complainant ni be ne eba na omoye victim no enti e ma no nyina police bet me invite o ma to omo nsa from amoma be kan o ma sem what you say ana wo nipa no so awadi bone no ye betimi achew ama won so wa confession statement section 120 of the Evidence Act eno so o kan wanum asem na agitum eno so o betimi agina so de wako yemfa ne se wa meka anye antum but identifiable complainant bi aka na asem and yenya wa serve wo ye betimi akọ however se complainant bia maya ehọ ne ye problem problem wo no e betuma ba se sa image ya eda ho ekura enye ono na de to ho enti die ne di adanse se ono na de sa image na eto ho die ne di anja just bi a omo abefo afide tentan omo nim timi identify se ye nipa we na de to ho ampa so de ba be gu Ghana anim ase agu Ghana ema nyina anim ase eno na wo betimi enya a charge ne de nakọ although when the evidence because the court is a court of law, court of evidence and court of proof. So what you say enti court no etna se a evidence and court na dance so na odidi enti se okuhunu wo website bi na omuni Interpol alenke mo anya no na mahunu se images we nyina on na de to ho Ghanaian women any ade a ombetime agina so e de asem na koda ne court ene de ombetime agina so
lawyer ya dey from council omo afasa ade do omo aye blackmail of ebia the ex bi wan ye say me publish with news ne ho kro de bagina council that future pa na o de bema Ghana for 2 years a man ya no muta falling victims to this then I would
before me come man dey me wa futu ma minister Sam George ono Nkansah so me wa futu ma no you see we are minister fine wakasa woni je Ghana for ho said the Ghana for ato omo no eye wareho but the speech na o make ye no said the tie bia Russia ni no de ne beba fine no de ni nyina ye kama but ebra obie na no kan say wono no wasamo Russian ambassador to appear before no office any ade no and they should come and answer questions near the other. In fact, we are international, we be a friend international politics, international relation. Yeah, near Yonko fire in Russia and Russia a sovereign state and a Russia so a sovereign state. Now Russia ambassador or Belgana Hano or no way sovereign. Our no Nkansah to say Russian president. Into minister of state, no need to minister of Nkansah. Because Sam George is a minister of state. And the issue be basana. Oh, new ministry ni yenhwehwemu na mo ni Interpol lazy apne police no. Na o refer matter to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And the Ministry of Foreign Affairs no omo momu and a bit mini Russia ambassador and as a Russian embassy edin kita ho afasa asem no. Omo kra na betimi issues Simons have man say o appear before Ghana what is the name Foreign Affairs Ministry. Now mra me kire ne what you say and I say Ghana Parliament any bit matter and safre and no cry through be a Minister of Foreign Affairs no. Now who as a Minister of State there to me ben under which capacity now wo as a bit makacha say oh what Simon Russian embassy to appear before you and no yakaka bensam any akokodro sem but meremune there and fa baby are procedurally wrong Emma Ura Sam George and before be out akasa na also timi ehwe ne ye too ohwe ma no a yesi afa omuni nyina na obi wo hono ma akwana ntimi amfa no
yeah
sana me hu but e ba say no enye ma ni nyina na saka mutu akwa no ade na wo no
ba ku bi amate aso so ware na
obi hono ma wo hwe ba ku bi na mitie na asema oso no no oye estate developer akwa agent bi no no eye ko se ono no aba se wo show interest wo estate no no aba enti se waba na se oba no necessarily mean say movement and picture aba mu no wakosa ade ni but one thing I Ghana for a man titiri ya na yemwa say keke wonu so do private car kra kwa wugina so oba mefra no ahuratenam say we yasaman say we moti say we hwan e was say ade we yafutuo no de abetu Ghana for no because I met me bo wura wo ka mu a abrado private car kra kwa umu nsuro bibi e mema yisuro ade pa o say private car bi kra na ba bi no ogina say befo ahwe awonfo but oba betimi abefo na be ma na ko wura dem e dan no de ni ko wura bi si ekoku no si ekotwa na mene e ma wasa akokoduro no enti e ka akokoduro fo pa ene ma so na mom ne menua no ma no dem de betu omo fo ne se empo so obi hia wa emfa won ne kala ne creed awo ba se waye broni waye hwan because nipa ne bebre de ato omo tirim se mikodura buru kira ma ye awie keke bra ye call land ye so fa papa I'm telling you and ye didi ye law ha amane e wa buru kire na nya de keto abi kwa wo bi a wonam mu ni amane any train station bi a wode ade bi peke wira wo ho no mu tra nya ekura na obi wo eto train line no so on say on electric nkwa na de ne ko eso mu a acho makai abane bi a mekohu wo Scotland Glasgow enya amane hunu ketwa na me spinal cord we da bia ne mututume wate ase sika nwa brochire nti ubehu so wo hwe mfonyina obi akwa brochire fofa na ni age eduru ba bia na okasa akwantuo mu asama areho yese enye ize sa enti so hu broni anka tense broni bia wo sky broni nkwase afo wa brochire ho
na we say $20
nyale wate ase ne hu kan ebi nyare ase omu gwa brochire ho no ma me na me ka kire o se ebi akowifo cigarette na di odi kura no evi wonya ye nkrofo well to do wo ba nipa ni bi wo hono mo Ghana hanoma omo tiye ba bi omo da hwe lady bi ana me hwe na odini ko wura okọ brodi ni ko sra na fie ko fie pa ba bi omo te so omo han po a
na me say me as a hotel you know well
I mean say you fie a because so wo cha na me hwe no TikTok na o kire say brodi ni visit omo fie atumi say sa brodi no hotel no akopesi ka de abehan but bi abeduru ba bi odakora wonya ba bi na ewo Europe one man na say there be free buy so the point is say enya obiama bia ne hia wa ufiti prekopa wo say ye meme bi ye well to do obese oba ne pass ne pa bra obeji ginadi sa anya de a obefi no nanso kwase ba ye within 1 minute no watimi anya ma bebre just because of ye kokko ye broni obi feel say me pese me wo broni ba obi say me pese me ye dan me ko de me be ko Russia we nyansa be ne wo munti e be sere ma no ebi betima to obia nkyerese Ghana ma efo na emum anipa bia obenya den sofo so ye den ewu bata ya futuo nti mekere ba ne se de asie
you say psychological trauma omo enebu enugwasiato
say enugwasiato omo ebi kura no ne kunu epam na frifie ana obi wo hono ma ya anya careful no omo anya counselors amoma Nkansah omo a ankyerɛ mo sɛ ɛyɛ sign na aba ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ wabrabo akɔ awie ya most of them betimi commit suicide amomakum omo what you say because enim guase na aba no akoye kese ama no so mete sɛ wa asɛm na to bia no ye mpaebɔ ɛno ane sɛ obɛbɔ mpae na wankasa wasrɛ rade obɔ ne fache na wanya akokoduro sɛ ɛyɛ sign na aba ato awie nanso wala ne lesson wom what you say ebema wo enkuranhye na besa atufo but next time on san koto sa hawo no mu biem na wanya bi nso aka kire wo ma ene wonananom sa na
in summary lawyer what's up blackmailing because don't wanna cause hard you know omo blackmailing first years how you ended the way
o say obi blackmailing na o chepa first of all I was so the man
video Kwaku di no
I was so the ma police na police for start normal investigating because police for say ya equip wo ma omo wo enema hodo bebre a omo betimi attrack nipa no ehunu de ekoso so de ma police by best Ghana police service ya na de taisi say nipa no kra de ama wo mo no ubonsi ase omo ye in charge ne se je se bi a sabio ebi no wo mu je se obere esika sei je se obere esika sei nipa no bi wo kra na oni bi obeded wo nyasika no watua ama no o je se obere mi sei no matwabo ama ansa na metimi attrack no ansa na mete ye besra ban se so Ghana police service o ntimi equip wo mo resource to wo ma abantran no ma wo mu sika de equipment a o betimi de anya sa ne man se be ya obi de complaint ko ma wo ma enko ye se nipa na be be sa bed do because in the nation uhuna ade ne ye anase eye republic no ana ye very injurious to the republic into republic na abemu aye oman no na oman na abemu no so ye ko fine nipa no kra no a eye oman na sika ne ko no ho enko victim no ho nti ebesre say ebrebia na ban no so on allocated resources to be informa Ghana Police Service na ntimi equip wo very well na ma internet no abefo feeding time no so wo ntimi penetrating hu nipa kra or yes abone no said the beya anti police for nya de a on betimi process all the work of
but it would to me TV so edie bakacho say platform way so there we educate we inform and everything in between so lawyer Evans Osebunsu and utie no on the year unauthorized recording and publishing of same or record without air consent nipa onim se wo record no na woni no eye bibi e wo dem wo record no just like that na uwia wo de akwa to site se wo ji wusika anas wa record no e wo phone so yesi onu akra be hu na publish ko no hu se wo phone so a onim ho hwe kra na I think say emra no ebetumi edu enti yesua de kakra e wo de dansai aba beto dwa no eho be the way fm da be babio a breach of promise to marry. What's your baby boy? Mewaro 2 years a term, 3 years, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man, you did 11 years. We are say atimedi so. Manya wano. Ebia udim se mbra wo a businessman yidi when you abaso se emra ewo na sai na emra no so etie be kwa adumu ansa na spread your tentacles ako other matters but Divine Hope Herbal Center omo enede ochia herbal powder aba edwaso ochia herbal powder se usisi eyo ya uyo ba wo ye be ma usisi yo ya koko be ma wa ye mre ewo mpem anase wo ye ma twakuro oba wo fichko ehu ensa wotumu so wo how e wo saade ye ba ni nyina emu edua ne se obekwa akopesa hye yibi eyo ochia herbal powder ochia no edua bi na ni din eno no ochia herbal powder opesa hye yibi wape insuo hye dide kakra do wate eyesa hye powder ye wo mu wate agunsuo hye mu no wano atubu ase anom na dakro bia no eno yedum baako nti wa wodum baako a ube say yes nsankyerane esi wudi peduanum things are knocking things we sisi na ye oyado empodu koko no be ma waye bre wompem ebia wo yema twakro pa ho ekiro ulcer eno no stomach ulcer ochia herbal powder odum ye na wudi problem bia ebio so the nearest pharmacy nearest herbal shop bia biano okwa wo se open ochia herbal powder sachet no color no green ko na usukope bia kira kwan na sisi yare de mu oya ya pa usisi ya to say yes bibia de won ba che sisi yare enti fra homa trofo so number no 0591 565 557 0591 565 557 and I'm to be a friend 0550 639 037 0550 639 037 or try about powder na yes you jado eshiwa wankasa obeba Champion Travel Agency mesro ebia na wonsa do adwuma bi na chese wankasa no wahua wonsa do adwuma bi a wo Ghana akonya no na ababeda horo na Champion Travel Agency chese Europe about Asia, North America, USA and also Canada omo de ebeko ehodo nyina na Champion Travel Agency omo endio bia hwamo da nia me pesa me yede se o pesa otukwan na u travel agency a obeboa be the Champion Travel Agency number ebe mausisia one kasa from personally na dio mu endi nkomo na wodi obudi nkomo nso a with him so akwantuo no so no bibia beba so live from wahoma trophy so number is 0246 657638 0246 657638 ofre Champion Travel Agency for no so no omo ebejo so na mwa bia ohia bia no omodi about we no there drivers concrete for and I say we a truck driver, welders, steel benders, housekeepers, plumbers, electricians, nurse for akoya no eda ho edo an so be free 0246657638. Lawyer Evans Oseibunsu e wo fi hadom ede ayubre. Lawyer yantwa ye legal nkomo yiso kakre. Breach of promise to marry. Enya businessman yidi anka bududu no kra edim se emra bi kra e wo ho sawo.
Emra ho. Emra ho.
E wo Ghana ha.
E wo Ghana mrem enti breach of promise to marry.
Dada de nyina emra no e wo.
Family law, yes.
Enya nkofo nsheda utilize o ana nkofo de ye.
Ana amanfo ya no ma ye jamanenka enti breach of promise to marry ya de a e wo ho. Na esi time one oba na be ma bi ni obi aye kasa bi asie ese me warel me pese me warel na enya me warel ni nyina bi na timi ye breach of promise to marry and wo kan mra na the promise itself no promise no de ma on sa
I don't know what mra we no ye dey
go buy a family law
okay
obenya wo and breach of promise to marry no ubohun se ayade bia ubohun se boshe na de ma on sa promise no must be seriously made. The seriousness of the promise no and a bachelor say a breach of promise to marry. For instance, Kyeremanteng be excuse me, Kyeremanteng no say on a girlfriend beating no say me wa no wagina so no abakot anya dia obenya. Enti once the promise must be seriously made. Now,
at that point in time, though, where seriously made means because
you see, Supreme Court to the Assembly and the Court of Appeal, High Court to D, Anna Bakudi bem, High Court to D, you know, Anna Obani D bem, na bem and Antiasen or the Court of Appeal. A Court of Appeal na 10 years. Emma Bema ni bedibim no mo bo ba ne de no we no ba ne de call Supreme Court no ba ne san ko dibim so Supreme Court sa case me friend say wa versus Hashim
lawyer we de chebisiba be pacho lawyer chebe ya na mu bi wo pese with the text message bi eba wo de lawyer kasa no I think say your time to the lawyer kasa de gina no en seba lawyer chire no bebo me humode na maken kai text messages no to the fafa hana men kai 0244 510595 0244 510595 and then you share the kakra and sana ya de other political you know say ana ya de tuya so but then you share legal matters kakra na we ye bibia na so we say that emrado etie into 0244 510595 me pa choma Nkansah frɛ me say for text message bra ye betu bia kan a kire lawyer na ho yambo bia ya hwa answer de sorry jumedi so it's na ka baby nti
breach of promise to marry no obon say onipa ne hye wo no ano de obehu answer all of a sudden say aboshe na o hye wani su biem say me ware either say be man na oba no na breach of promise to marry no ye wo mumienu ye wo anticipatory breach and ye wo non performance breach na anticipatory breach no eno ye breach a ubehu say ma hye wo bo say okay 25th December me ware say wo ba be ye ebia lawyer sa amre no me ware 25th December no emeson ma me ye lawyer na ma withdraw ma ware date na ma hye no anso kra na me firi mu eno ne anticipatory breach etiamra enti me fa ne say keke wo say ebedru next year na Akufo-Addo ama appointment me ware because na Akufo-Addo be mo appointment na keke odo akọ Ghana Cocoa Board and a gold board ne there keke sa next year January 19th January me ware enti momenta obeka sa no next year January me ware no na kire say January 19th no esu na se ma ware wa na kire say 19th no nyanson na kire say ma withdraw date ne kura nyanson na ma withdraw na kire say ma me ware wa eno ne friend anticipatory what breach you are anticipating esen ka be ware obi 19th January na nso kra ye we December mu de ko January 18th Osimejano eno ye anticipatory breach and ye what non performance breach non performance ne de ubon se date no so na atwam 19th meware on 19th January ba 19th January so ye wura 20th January nyina no onware ne ekobe February no ni nyina onware eno ye non performance what breach nti wo mu two types na eno achi no so no oba enye breach bia na court no gitums me ye case ni bi ba court nyamu a nti eno oba na ba se wahye ne boso obeware no be ma no so one ne da ba akope eti ono hye ne bobia one eti there was so to be proven say there must be what I was saying said the promise was seriously made. And the promise no or making it serious the chile wana. Now so promise no wo mumienu ya. That is serious you cry no be church dem. Ya promise no ya wo ba kwa friend express. Express one am fa say okama obi ate. And ya wo implied ne ya the conduct. Ni su a wo yi no. Ni su ban ya wo yi nyina kire say wa hye oboso obewaro. Enti wo su bi wo ha obi ya kire obi e be kire say e hye oboso obewaro. Ana ye wo ba kon so be kan kire plane say express one eno de mewaro na yenhwe seriously made no court can be wo hashi say wa versus hashim and another sa case we travel ko Supreme Court na oba no ebo asawo ewo Italy enti Italy no na obo asawo na be man dey free on this so say one of the Italy omo estate ni bi ana okofa ni free on odene ba Napoli into odene ba Napoli no odene ba odene be bo adwaman no eye pa into ya okosia no odene be ya adwuma sa into odene be bo adwaman na into adwaman ni mu no okyen se bo adwaman ni enye ska ni enye ajapade na meware enti odene bo adwaman into bo adwaman ni bia na odi sika na ma be ma no na odi sika na ma be ma no kopim so mototo Benz ni ajapade nyina be gu Accra enti koduru se be ma ni di kan bai na japade na aba be di Ghana enti oba ye na oba no be wa be ma no be ware oba no na oba ni free Italy bai brebia na oba no pese free Italy bai on pese obeba enti free Italy be duru ye ofu mu bai no na chese oba be ma no ne oba foforo kra na ye de eti no de we di akutwa so na waje Benz ne ne manyina ade aba no enti case we court court no high court no na high court no buama Obana said the promise was seriously made because o man de ready ko see kwan no enti seriously no eye one e bia na one na ne earnings bi wode ne hu nyina awuram ne earnings na energy na ho odin ama or rely on statement ni ntemane de na ho odin e de ne honam dua ne bibia to so oja ne ho ma e de ne hu bibia to so e de eku no ho ne earnings nyina de input bi energy bi ekomu e de ma wa and on it said the promise was seriously made. And I said the promise ring. And also can be. And it could be said or some be share will ring a cry or some be bo koko consuming to me can be. That means that the promise was seriously made. And the Koba say you buetiano high court, you buama obana high court, remember Nantia say and or call court of appeal. Court of appeal, a honso muko buetia. You know, Obano. Obana and Tiasen or Sandia Semnico Supreme Court. Na Supreme Court, Echo can be my Obano. The Supreme Court in the assembly them Obano. The promise was seriously made because equity will not what suffer a wrong without a remedy. Enti equity, pepe yes, opeso did do bia. E was so did in pepe na opatano. Na opatano equity no pepe and opatano. And so far wrong bia and phone bia into Supreme Court to Kansas equity will not suffer a wrong without a remedy will suffer a wrong without a remedy. I don't say equity no sometimes was a court near court of equity what the pepe and the pepe na court no dey adwuma no on pese ubesisi obi in the court ni bia wo ya dia opeso making sure say the why bia no why ne pepe ye na wo dia di nipa no wo de na akọ into say equity will not suffer a wrong to be without a remedy. Equity will not suffer a wrong to be without a remedy. Let us say ohwe pepe ye na enya dia will not suffer a wrong like onyam from so abra patawo anase dem pata ema no. It means enti omu bua de man because what use nipa no ama ne de ne wedie e de akoma mo de nya japade unya japade na mo de begu Ghana wa fa japade no ana wo no oba foforo chele se onware ne bio ono so na abre enti when you said the promise was seriously made. The seriousness need be no one rank 2 text message ebi an nipa no wa abrocho bo so send o text message akosia I think on the 25th December you better try say aware ne beba so that text message or rely on that text message no ebi a WhatsApp message or rely on that WhatsApp message into reliance on that statement no any energy bi ni input bi a ode awura mu no eno na man be ye breach of
na lawyer wa promise the pad wa kwadi ma wa say the suban ye
ya beba any defense I would beba any defense I would beba and ube mu say bibiti say a free 5 versus class Peters ubon say eno so no say bi auto bibi ma wa eno mpo wa amare na osan return wa de ban ye customary law
me also be the text message of gift
customary gift and it's all the gift kra manwa ye customary law no actionable per se nipa ne betimi ede wa sama am wona nanom ani mu ama nanom saa de bia ode be wura bu bia obesan de na ade na ama no enti one enye se boshe bia kwa the court to assess it as ebehwe say was the promise seriously made promise no na ya no ode ana na ye promise ayama no seriously ana enti seriousness no court no behwe one text message ahodo ano ode ma wo WhatsApp message enye se obegina ka say o chema 2 bia ne o rely no ntema na ukuru ho esa ade bi me de me we de akora abo adwama man ana se enam se nti no me ye adwuma mpuntudwuma we de boa no e ma ne nyina na wo hye me bo so obeware me wate ase na o hye wo bo no nso nyina no o rely on that message ni nyina no na e ma promise ne be ye serious
lawyer enkomona ye de na me hu say messages there they are flooded before yes as about defense no sa emrawe e favor man ko ana se be man so no because ye wo mema piomo in society ma so ma hwe oba or court nursing me de oba kwa to training college me de oba kwa to adwuma na for ba no kwa do ediba na wa te be ba na kuma eno braba no so to make court for that and I say when you don't follow
no ekohoma e man me nyina but most of ye Ghana do be hu an say man kwa na deko enso me man no kra na man twi omu dikase but ube hu say sa be man no kra no omumpo ne timi de energy ne resources bebre timi komu tubo nso wa hwe girl na wo school wa say sika won ho no ogigi wudi na wa hwe no because this time ya no ma job maduabo enu ntini ya na ma bebre atwa so say okay wo de ekọ na so betena wi ase amma hwe so hu entimu sa abosom no kora akodi ya no ma de abu awfo ne yakun so the point is that as a bon say be man no or the energy resources be akum enti wa rely on promise na wo de ama no enti ama or spending ska bi wo ho text message bi koi ring bi koi and just saying you know was a cost simultaneously it depends upon energy crow any input to crowd the komu and a bemana is serious one abia mubongu say watoto ne maybe the man na dey go school ni nyina no tua school fees no the man afi do ko duru final year also akoshia school ni na onware ne biem and no to say the promise was seriously made so the court will look at whether or not the promise was seriously made. It's not about whether or not a promise was made. It's whether or not the promise was seriously made.
But most of the time, the court and say, you be made to pay a fine. And
yes, so we see in marriages, we don't have specific performance. You need a shesa which will be such a what will be. And no court to be anyone more betting a ma or remedia. A tressa was show a warriors any panel. The only thing a court in betting my ama your damages not the bemao. That means that court because in marriages you need specific performance. Me will be an amen panel. Then the court will let you compensate that person and tell you better damages.
WONTUMI TV so adisuana ni yesuano wokasa by heart excuse my word what do I do to obi so man na ya de boko to school na mu twi obi de no ebia mema dia no mu dia kukudro sa say beti asam no ko so bad ko twimedi but man ba ko na dia kwa asisi yaje 200,000 a day abanon but a lawyer beba a year defense that's defense no a year the beba no opa be real messages ni be for defense don't say no ebra but who say when you say Eric Banasco say AKK what about the promise to give me a gift and you refuse to deliver a gift there yeah a gift there some years sure say embra
gift no say gift no so obema me gift no ama me obi ka so obema gift no ama na say o da na se ansa enti Twadel versus Atkinson court no kan say
meche wade no man fa di
meche wade no man fa nche wa je se wo da ma se ansa na de kono metimi de ache wo court no ame hu se mfa de nche kwa enti ade bia obeche bia wo be wo mi fufuo maame ana na meche wade ana wo be pra mi fie maame enti sam ka se keke wo chire meto na shirt de ama pa ese se wo da ma se ansa na sa na shirt na
ese me da was
yes consideration and na court no kind of consideration so enti Twadel versus Atkinson enkwala mienu no mo ho ofe pa e wo UK ana awofo no mienu esia no we se memo aware me ba no we so se memo aware me ba no me ba ba ho ofe we so se me ba ba ma no ho ofe emu na asew no ba akoko wuye ana enkwala ni nyine na mpa mu mienu ekoware ye enti omo ware ye na ba ako be ma no se da bi me kura ye papa no mo tiase omo hye ye bo ese yenye ware a omo be ma ye £100 but ye nyine ye ekoware ye omo bia mfa mrenti aka ba akoto wenti mi nkosiw no ana ekosiw no court nti osiw no court no ana court no say House of Commons no court no say yes am paso mo ka so be ma mo £100 ama mo ware de ba to mo nya mfa ma mo be bra mo nyini ya mo ko ware no mo ka so be ma £100 no wakoda ase se nka wo da ase de a adan ko amfa £100 na ma wo de a nka timi san beje
enti just so because we be che wade a first day say wo da ase
yes ase da no it shouldn't be sufficient and I say enye se ekoya ade bia be satisfy no but enough kakra bi ade be mane bia enti betuma ba say me den san me di 2 cd me di ade we shi
anye se wa no keke na wo de da ase
na wo de da ase there be
no be che wade na so so de bi kwa charge
yes enti bi atofin nam se o kan asa me mama atofin nine ana mama fanta ba ko and then your friend consideration
Lawyer Evans Oseibosu in the house and then you ray I mean kai kakra na yen kwa anymore okay wait a minute please I'm saying as lawyer what about ladies dance with their okay maybe boss please I'm Anthony from Western North Region Ghana Seshi the Bisu please I want to ask Mr. Lawyer that what if after I've made a promise and later find out that her behavior has changed from good to bad and don't a lawyer say Obeba Suru anyway so what's up good evening boss me to my wife okay my wife has disappointed me what should I do okay not so clear or say the disappointed and okay my half this one will say hi Kiki I made a promise to marry my long-time girlfriend and later realized she's a witch. Hey, so I decided to stop the marriage. Ask lawyer for me.
Ghana law other jurisdiction like
say be so to be that catches we
had the be ni ha sa na ye mra mu ne de ntinti other jurisdiction like United States ni United Kingdom no ne ada mo mu ne di abayisam enti en de ye hu se baye wa ha enti ekoba se wo se wa hu se wo ye ye bayifo en nti no wa nwa no de eno no enya de court no betimi age atum ni Ghana ha ne ye ni abay ye ni
okay but toss the no na me hwehwe we the but toss the no be let me say bia ono no ahye de bu na bia ode sa fake yi de bia hyehyehye enu fu ne itia eye be ba
ho deceive misrepresentation enti one misrepresentation ebi honom kra na oye bema ena kire okoye oba atare ne honom eye bibia na ode dada ona ma wo rely the statement ne say obeware no enti misrepresentation and what the ma one nti na ma wo kan so obewa nti wo nipa no betimi de sa defense na ba esa wo man sha obosa me sha obosa me waro because of na minim say wo ye oba but actually say wo akwakoye wo ba na de atare wo na ye be ma na akoye oba ohunu sa one wonya den enware misrepresentation be abi
and I want to run it through some quickly then be a fast Ebrem KK if I plan to marry someone else and the family agreed to it and the lady said I've someone but you are my favorite later she says I made a mistake well does someone need a witness who will testify to the promise made to the woman before the promise can be accepted as serious I don't know
you see per your conduct and I say pe mo nkomodie mu no court no unse ye court a obehwehwe mu saa de ne hwena wura mu nyina hunu de wo mu especially lawyers wo ma cross examination questions aye bebusa no enti ubehunu se court no bebusa ayunu se ampa text message because so enyema because so ede na oyema wo court no bebusa sa ne mani nyina hunu hia witness and court no betimi ahunu se ya ampa se whether the promise was seriously made enti na meka se enye mere promise ana court ni gina se me sha obosa me waro but whether or not the promise was seriously made, that is the issue before the court and that is issue to be resolved.
All right, William Owuswanchi Achuma Techimano said this law must be made known to the up and coming men. They often promise the ladies and after having sex with them decide to leave the ladies for others. It's becoming the attitude of the guys and this shall be a deterrent enough. And I have, my name is Kofi. Can I take a neighbor on, okay, wait, you don't ask him, for noise making, especially late in the night? Please, okay. I have this one, okay, you educate, inform, and really entertain. God bless you. Yeah, Wofatewia the free, Wofatewia Keche Adamsu Buno, Hono the free. Oh, and my own uncle, Charles Obin. Charles Obinewo Accra. Okay, good evening, my Wofasi. Very good program. He says, lawyer, what do you breme? Na mention defense no okay, hello, KK. Please tell lawyer that I really admire him and he should keep being him. Okay, let's lawyer be lawyer. So, yeah, well, baby, a defense is maybe I'll bet me there by mutual withdrawal. Ubon say parties ni me no nyina amati asese obi amfa no obi awe no yonko ntie ko ba bi ma me nkom ba bi eno mutual we defense nti obetimi the defense abase be ne ka ma ne te asese me ntimi ne nware ama wate ase ma ye nyina na ye te ase ne ye free mu eno ya mutual withdrawal mu mienu mate ase. Another thing is a bad character. Ebi ana lady ni suban ana be ma ni suban na woni ni suban bone no a wayi na die nti ebetimi ama sa suban nti obetimi atwe ho e de afiri mu enti bad character e ya ne ane wo bodily infirmity ubonso obi wono ma na otumi se ne wedie no ana se yare boni bi aka no ana bibi etesa like wayemre enti brena waye no na chese wo ware na sesi a enye ye biem because ware ne ye meboafo ana ade ne ba be boa minti se de wasi ayemre no enya ade a wone ne ware a ebeye ebi ye insanity ubonso nipa no wabodam ubonso akire wone ne tena no ahu se edambo bi ya abanitim enti se adambo no wo ware na wanhwe obeba betwitwa eno so ye defense a wo se infidelity ubonso obi wono ma no edwamanfo ebi a ware ni wie no da bia so odi ne ho ani enti sa nipa no woye sa ade na based on sa infidelity na woye no enya de a obetimi aware no eno so ye defense a wo betumi na ye de court no de say defense ne beba akasa can you prove okay say ni nyina no we prove yeah
betimi ya obo adwaman wo ye say ni ma say no ye no nti na ma nware no obetimi de akọ na another thing so ameka misrepresentation ebia na obetwa wontro na aware na ebia aware a mepe no na mepe obi a ebia ya wo no baako ana ebia ni fie ewobi ana meseme pa aware eye meme wehye no ana wo ba ka kire me se ya wo ba akopɛ ufie de sika nko ana wo nti utwa me santon me rely on that statement and sana me ba me sha wo bosa me waro
me fie ewobi sana me be ka kire se fie
boa me ameska wo ha boa me ama even kura me hi akɔ what you say ba nti me rely on that statement na me sha wo bosa me waro ampa so me ba ya na ba be hunu se hwi ntuam okura wo nya baba akopɛ. It is that promise now. Oh, the mama and the mama rely on that statement. A mama share or boss. I mean,
deception,
misrepresentation.
Okay.
Assembly, our candidate that will be answered or shall boss or bewaro. So, I am no credit. So, no credit, and also a defense. Any panabit me the abba. I catch or says, I know that I mean to futuro egu many. But they won't say, and mean versus camphor. Court ne can be said. Promise to marry no. It must happen within a reasonable time. And to be on my no so be back court no defense or they ban say na say me can say me waro me can say me waro emre ne nso ye aha enti emre ne nkosi da ben but court no kwa ni reasonable time but dreamba edwene won say o ka say obeware ma de tin ya tena wa mfie be 35 years
na ho boanson
enti any investors came for no court ne say it must happen within a reasonable time. Even a FIFA versus Class Peters court no can say it must happen within a reasonable time but dreamba e bia be say oh who afi de o ka say obeware na o say waware no. What you say? It is about
businessman 11 years.
Yes.
So 60 years. I think the lady knows 60.
So this is within a reasonable time. And two bonds are one. Girl not rely on that statement of the man. Two, ama on another ujai no honso the man. Two, energy be akuma ma wabuan wofie a sumbini adia wa rely on that statement. E bi kwa kokoko bobi enso bem ema okohunu hunanimu nsabi. Akutu ejai umbosa ebonfo friend akutu ejai. Eno so wakum ana wode esa niam anako anase wode ring bi so kokoshe no anase text message bi e bai sa niam we nyina court ne hwe eni se lawyer ni gina wan mo betimi abusa question bi se okay so so hye obo so obewaro ye no kre enti onu nkomodie mo chro letter bi ana the text message bi bai a kire se da say no kan se 10 farmer court ni hunu eni ho menu achi no e de be na oku ho de yama no ne ade e bia wantimi ankire apart from sex se mi hia wo na se me condom na so condom na ye nyina ye kokore ye ho a ene de ye me ye wo lie a me kan kire wo se mi be twa ntro enti no sa lie na mi twa na ntro na ne se uni a wo de mpese me wow pa ma me ho feel na me de ko sa promise ne ye me promise e pof sa promise ne ye seriously made eni se be ma si obi no ka cha se ma me pel oh we dey me now pa me waro nti we dey ye nkon wate ase na nakoda da kora no nkire se enu ni case similar na me ye no sa na be man defense te se
that such cases a tabacot
ba mintimi modin
yeah ba
frequently any fancy makokwan so na aba na me anajo na me hu na me nua bi se madam fu bi se ge we dey o ya comment na nwumre dey me mo ahye so na ode ne ma no nwumre na no makohye so na o manyi nsan and a yinsan ba man sha obosa mewaro. So the point is adenti na ebia ya wo ba ma bananya 35 years afi na ade action e ba say me sha obosa obewo. So you should have also brought the action within a reasonable time. And why ma me see me akola na nya bia 35 years na afi na be ka kire me say me sha obosa obewo no so benya defense e de abasa sa 35 years no se nanka wo sha obo anka wa badadada enya 35 years na wo de ba. So the action must be brought within a reasonable time. And to that promise no must also happen. You need to fulfill it and answer obey sad within a reasonable time. Into defenses we no and I bit me there by insanity a dambo because somewhere along the line lady na and answer be man e bodama untimi nka se me obeware no. What I say because na bad character wo ha ebia no atwese kan so obekumi edema wo ye nyina anya mintimi nsha obose esa abosha na nya adwuma biom. These are the possible defenses but oba ye customary law na ye actionable per se. Oforiata JB dan kwanom no omo ahemfie saa oforiata no mo di saa nsem ni nyina bi ema saa boshe no ne ade na nipa no toma na ring ne ne mani nyina no court hye ne say on returning san famra aye ahemfie omo di nte no so ye ba ya mamre kwan mu no so ye actionable per se.
All right, Ashafo, ene ya benka say akwa side because say nsema ekoso Ghana sometimes say who mrano said ye etie na wo ye bibia wanya ne saa keke na ochina bi no ho ankwa nkochiro nti the businessman or no ehye ne dofo no boy say exo or share the boss of Beware no motena ya 11 years adie na amba so and the court agi 200,000 cedis titisika 2 billion ediama obano court dey okan no so wa cause the emotional distress social embarrassment and financial hardship. Sadia Manon one more bado akum to Omaje 200,000 a day a man who breaking down 150,000 for compensation and 50,000 in general damages. General damages no any. Not just
specific damage no. I mentioned damages it was specific damage near what general damages. Specific damage need the obit ma particularize say ebra wa share me boss obe ware me no. Ma me de me hoto so ntimi fa ne say me yaade we na me fa ka akora kwa yaade we man ka no costo me say. Eno achi no me di dwa we diska we nso yaade we ma no eno nso na ne boy say. Ajapade we nso me ne nya ntu be particularize enema no nyina no abeka bom ene ne friend specific damage enti ene de wo de na wa calculate na court no eje de ama wo owi a no de kakra ka ho cost bi aka ho but general damages the court na be assess e de ni tinima ka say okay me hwe a de odi aye ni nyina na me fi say o ma no 200 million and I say 200,000 and a bit my banner friend general damages.
All right, but lawyer be board of top father gas to make sure them but we some messages they be we say that be voice no the end come to me kamasem but
no I catch them you I said to die mom phrase
yes I think so we'll consider that but it's been interesting very interesting lawyer and come on be can but we no breno asunti sorry did you not wie a futu and don't want to request for lawyer number
so nya advert there etia emra batomu a request here over to me the men.
All right. And see, would you want to lawyer number? No, would your phrase?
The number ma no my phrase you the amount.
And see, wow, lawyer number because lawyer number lawyer is so good. The lawyer number, would your phrase your number? Yeah, the first year 0244 510595 na say 0244 510595 wofra yebehweda the lawyer number so ama why inti number now the text message fast now the actually wofra yebehweda the lawyer number ama lawyer na krakra but timetable na abaro de babubo so actually yebe combat the krakra na ye discussion there wo de eja ahwefo de
anti discussion no me hwede ba bi mienu one say o sha obi bo about breach of promise to marry na o share obi bo ese obe ware na e wo so hunu say wo mpe nipa na me promise ni ye seriously made because the promise ni ye seriously made in the court na attach whether the mewa na ne kokohia mu a emane rely on that statement no ema wo mfa ne ma bi nkomu text message letters me nkohye no nkobokokoko to da na the ring bi akohye na nsa afi wo san ma ne kunu ho ye adwuma bi because amasewa versus Gareba Hashimu no de no sa na Gareba Hashimu no mo de ye amasewa no ma ne bo adwaman de ne redie boy de pejapade se omumpe ommo adwaman wo Napoli no nya sika no muntimi ne nware enti watekwa no na wogigi sika no wogigi sika no matoto Benz ne yema nyina isle gonfie ni ade Tantra Hill ni ade na mo bedru ya wo se wo no onware ni bia fedo akope oba foforo papa e ware no ebasa na the promise was seriously made and ne ma odi energy resources bi ko wura mu e ma odi na wedi ebo adwaman nya sa ajapade ne bae and the property no so asamba and the nyina indication say na say the promise was seriously made
odwani ani anopavia you brede
on pere na em plan bia na na etwekakade a ene eno no moshia na ja mo nyina na mo satisfy mo ho ene ma me o de ye ntwempra kakra na we de eno anu but kan ye okoye ne seriously made dia there will be a course of action against you.
Lawyer Evans Osei Bunsu Ayubre yebedase nye political talk pi and then the yensua de that just say they are building for future to avert any future occurrence any yenwa and lawyer yami Aisha why lawyer Evans Osei Bunsu lawyer sorry no lawyer sorry no Gasto Mixture the Chamberlain's Consult at Nase producers of Gasto Mixture Benzoplax Mixture na fe Prostaplax Mixture omo at Nase na yedi omo edi nkomo Tuesday evening inti Felix mema kwaba